It was only an attendance problem. And I don't think I could be able to be comfortable being in leadership if I don't make those mistakes. Because now I ask myself, what would a person who can be held accountable be doing at this moment? What characteristics could that person possess? And in doing that, we forget how the responsibility just lies on ourselves first before it can lie on anybody else. That's the responsibility that had to lie on me. So think about now breaking this entire structure that over this time you thought was the entire structure, but it was not. Going internally and changing those subjects and having to say goodbye to the many things that I thought I was good at was not very easy, because I had a very warped way of seeing money, and it was so detrimental, man. I think this comes from my dad because my mom was a builder. But I'm not saying she didn't make any mistakes, but at least there was evidence to see where her hard work eventually went to. And you need to be able to see where your hard work is going. And it was invested in her children, it was invested in her job, it was invested in a marriage. And practically, she reminded me that in this life, you have to give your everything in anything that you do, so that in any stance that it breaks away or it falls apart, you will not be guilty. You will not guilt trip yourself. I mean, about if I had done things differently, if I just only gave a little. So now it moves the entire spectrum now towards how can we be able to create with what we have where we are. So there's already a foundation there, the curiosity is there, and we keep attending YouTube, and I keep on doing these how-to videos, and I think this is partly one of the reasons why I enjoyed learning. And many of us can be able to be in a position to bash the educational system that exists. It can only do as much. But it was only after I got to be outside of it. Then we had a pandemic that changed the entire spectrum, the way that we lived entirely. How we do business, how we go to work, how we go to school, like everything, life upside down, like a reset basically. And I think this is a perfect time for the hyperbolic chamber to come into mind, since I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and to work on what have been the limiting beliefs that I had let sip in throughout this time. Because I thought there was progress, because this is my new page, this is my new opportunity. Now I can be able to adjust myself into this new world, this world that requires the internet. And I think there's a lot of growth that happened while there was also a lot of decay. My heart actually really goes out to all the people that couldn't be able to contain themselves during the pandemic and committed suicide, because we lost a lot of people besides them being infected by the virus. I'm thinking about the people whose mentality just broke down because they couldn't be able to take how life now was moving. I see myself still as a soldier because I soldiered on. I could have decided that I'm going to live in denial. And I think it's so dangerous when all your faculties of who you are